Hello, Chelsea here. Hopefully you know me. I'm guessing you do since you're watching this video. Hello again. I'm making this video to introduce to you my seasonings I've been making. I've been making them for about 8 years now. I started making them for my brother when he was living with me. I had to change my diet completely. He was placed on a renal diet years previous to living with me, but he wasn't really following it. And by really, I mean like not at all. But when he started living with me, I was like, wait a minute, we're gonna start changing some things, okay? And we did. Cutting salt out or just going for a low sodium diet was a lot harder than I anticipated because a lot of foods at stores, I mean, there's so much sodium content in everything. Dressings, seasonings, I made them. That's like the main ingredient in seasonings, by the way. And so I was like, well, snickerdoodles, gotta do something different. Did some research. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just make my own seasonings and I'll just make everything by scratch. And I started with one, turned out awesome. The kids loved it, I loved it, my brother loved it. My dad loved it so much that he's like, please make me this every 3 months. Uh-oh. 1 second, sweetheart. And my dad's super picky. If you've ever eaten out in public with him, you know what I'm talking about. And so, hey girls, hey, go tell them to be quiet up there, please. I'm making a video. Thank you.
Mommy said be quiet.
Anyways, but now after making one, I have made 7 homemade seasonings now. It has been over 8 years, and some people are like, so where are you coming out now with it? Like, why'd you hide it for that long? Well, one, I think it was like that prevalent in society that we needed low sodium seasonings. Not until I became a home health care nurse. I've done ER trauma up until this point, and I still do ER trauma, but now I'm doing home health care too. And I knew I would love home health care, and I love home health care nursing. It is, oh, it's so awesome. There's a lot of teaching that goes into home health care. So when I'm teaching my patients, which more than 75% of my patients are on low sodium diets. Either they have heart conditions, simple as hypertension, even mild hypertension, low kidney function, kidney disease, even if it's low sodium diets, because the more sodium we intake over long periods of time, the worse those conditions get. Example of sodium, our body only needs 500 milligrams. Can you stop that? Thank you, baby. 500 milligrams of sodium to function. The FDA has established RDIs, which is recommended daily intake values of sodium, to be absolutely less than 2,400 milligrams, which is on the high end. Typical health gurus or what word am I looking for? I don't know, 1,500 milligrams or less. It's like your typical basis of sodium content. Average American intakes over 3,400 milligrams of sodium, and that's just your average. I know, like, if I'm really counting sodium and I haven't been eating healthy, I'm gonna take it more than that. But also I have consequences of that. Sodium, your body starts retaining water to help balance out that hypertonic solution, and you bloat. Increased bloating leads to increased fluid retention, hypertension, all these, it has a cascade effect. And in my link that I have, it's to my blog, and my blog really goes down the pathophysiology portion of how increased salt over periods of time contribute to hypertension, which therefore contributes to stroke and heart attack and other complications. So I'm in, my patient's homes, because I have lots of patients and I love it. The main thing I'm seeing here is there's no interventions for decreased sodium. They're like, well, I'm only using the seasoning and that's all. Well, honey bunch, the main ingredient in the seasoning is salt. And a lot of people have told me there's just limited options when it comes to low sodium in certain seasonings. And by certain, I mean like your general seasoning. You can get a general seasoning that is low sodium. I've seen several of those at the store. But when it comes to specific seasonings, there's not many options at all. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do something about it. And I did. Bam! So I have 5 that are available right now. I'm still working on 2 others. It just takes like a whole lot of time getting these labels done. Like this. Oh, I just kicked something, don't mind me. My Philly one, it's really good. It's so good. I love this one. I love them all. Yeah, oh my gosh, they're so good. But yeah, the labels take like super long to make. Didn't anticipate that, but I'm super glad I did it. So that is my reason for starting my homemade seasonings or heart and kidney healthy seasonings, because they literally contain less than 20% of sodium compared to your typical seasonings that you get at the grocery store. Less than 20%. But I've added other spices into that to help enhance the flavors, and it does wonders, you guys. It's so good. I love cooking now, and it's so easy. I like put my chicken in the crock pot, and I put some of my Philly seasoning in there. Ooh, tasty. So go to my link, see, you know, if you're in the area, I have sample packs. I'm having my dad come visit here shortly, so I'll send him home with a bunch. But yeah, sample packs has my little QR code. Look how fun that is, you guys. I know, it's exciting. You're excited. Yeah, you are. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed watching my video. It's a little longer than anticipated, sorry, but have fun. Thank you.